Did you know that most people don't ruin their lives because they're bad, but because they react too fast? It's true. Anger has destroyed far more futures than failure ever could. Just one single moment of rage can completely erase years of hard work and effort. This story isn't about some ancient king or a powerful CEO, it's about someone just like you and me. His name was Daniel. Daniel lived in Phoenix, Arizona, and he was known as a smart man, but also a dangerous one. Not dangerous with weapons, but dangerous with his words. When Daniel got angry, people went silent. At work, his temper created fear. At home, it hurt the people he loved the most. He believed that this display of power meant he was in control, but in reality, he controlled nothing. One hot afternoon, everything changed. Daniel was driving home after a long, stressful day. The traffic was bumper to bumper, and the sun was beating down. Suddenly, another car cut him off. Daniel just exploded. He started shouting, his hands shaking as he gripped the wheel, and he began chasing the other car. His heart was pounding in his chest. At the next red light, the other driver got out. It was an old man, and he looked scared and confused. In that instant, Daniel froze. He saw himself clearly for the first time, not as strong, not as powerful, but just as an angry man. The light turned green. The old man drove away, and Daniel just sat there, completely ashamed. That night, he couldn't sleep. He felt this heavy weight on his chest. The next day, he drove up to see his uncle Mark, who lived a quiet life near Flagstaff. Mark listened to the whole story without interrupting. Then, he said something incredibly simple. Anger feels strong, but it makes you weak. Daniel immediately argued, I can't help it, it just happens. Mark just smiled and said, you practice anger every single day, and anything you practice becomes easy. That sentence hit Daniel hard. For the first time, he didn't try to defend himself. Mark continued, the pause is a muscle. If you don't train it, it disappears. Daniel went quiet. Over the next few weeks, he tried something new. Whenever he felt that surge of anger, he forced himself to wait for just 10 seconds. Sometimes he failed, and sometimes he succeeded, but slowly, something started to change. That little pause gave him space. That space gave him clarity, and that clarity started to bring him peace. People noticed the difference. His coworkers began to relax around him. His home felt lighter, happier. Months later, Daniel was driving down that same road when another car cut him off. His heart jumped, but this time he took a deep breath. He even smiled and just drove on. That was real power. You see, if you don't control your emotions, they will control your life. And trust me, they won't be kind. If this story resonated with you, don't just ignore that feeling. Try to practice the pause today, before you react. And if this helped you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Follow our channel for more stories that can change your life. Thanks for watching.